So good morning, y'all. We are headed all the way into Walden. So this is going to be a 1-hour drive, which I am quite used to, but it's not necessarily my favorite thing in the whole entire world. But we're heading up to Walden. So Walden is an original master plan community up in the Montgomery Conroe / Lake Conroe area. I have a couple videos of Montgomery and of Lake Conroe. I have walked around, driven around, shown y'all the amenities inside of Walden itself. So Walden is a golf course, country club community with tons of amenities, but a relatively low HOA. The neighborhood is not gated, so that helps keep the HOA low, but it is very beautiful in all different types of homes in this neighborhood. So you can definitely find a home, or used to be able to find a home in the 200s, but they're still there every once in a while, all the way up to the millions. So it is a really good option for people that are looking for a really good community. And when I say that, I mean sense of community. And I really like going up there, even though it happens to be an hour away from where I live. So here is our map for today. I ended up ignoring the original directions, so we're just gonna go all the way down Willowbrook, and I live in the Champion area, or Champions, or also referenced as Klein. This is where Klein ISD is, so that is our independent school district. I love Klein, Montgomery, and Tomball. Those are my three favorite school districts because they are small, with Tomball and Montgomery being the smaller school districts, and I really favor small school districts. As we go further up north, you're going to run into Conroe ISD, which is one of the best rated school districts, so you really can't go wrong. There's a brand new Starbucks right there that used to be called Slim Chickens, I think. And this Walgreens is one of the prettiest Walgreens you will ever go in. So we're coming into the Vintage. These are some of my favorite restaurants. Over here I have Bella Green and Torchy Tacos and Mod. And then we have Whole Foods over here. There's some, I can't remember the name. There's Jersey Mike's over here. There used to be a really good katsu restaurant, but it shut down. So that is, I should have brought my maps with me. Oh no, I did forget my maps. So I brought this little cute little itinerary for this client, and the one thing I was supposed to grab was maps. I need to keep like a file folder. I think I'm gonna go buy one today. I need to keep a file folder in my car. So if you can't tell, we are vlogging today. This is like a video blog, and I'm documenting my day. So that is what's happening today. The next cool thing we're passing right now is going to be Black Walnut Cafe. That's one of my favorite places to eat breakfast. It is now closed on Mondays, thank you COVID, but it's very yummy. And then we're actually in the Vintage now, so there are tons of restaurants in here and some shopping as well. There's a tutoring place. There's really good dinner options in here. So we also like to go to Hot Dotty, which is a burger place. They have a really good veggie burger. There's a salada in there. There's a hibachi grill. There's so many restaurants. I can't even think of all of them, but you'll have to check out my map for my favorite ones. I'm going to link to it down below. And there is the H-E-B. And then on the right, you also have shops. So there is, if I can remember the name of it, Zoe's Kitchen over here, Kolache Factory. There's a Raising Cane's. We have a Chipotle on the left, so we're gonna turn right, but what's behind this highway is a Target. So I have the blessing of being really close to multiple Targets, which is super fun. And so this one over here is like one of the original ones. I've been coming to that one for 15 or so years, and luckily they remodeled it because it definitely needed a remodel. Cool thing about Houston and Texas is you're going to find a lot of Home Depots and Lowe's. So if you are a home improvement center type person, those exist, and we also have family owned and operated ones. And then good old Chick-fil-A. This is where you're going to see the long lines. So me getting into the right lane here, usually a no-no at Chick-fil-A. This line quite often goes out. Actually, I'm supposed to be entering the highway, so Cypress. Louetta and Spring Cypress are two of the major roads that run all the way from I-45 to Highway 249. So I-45 is that main highway that takes you from Dallas all the way down to Galveston, cuts Houston in half with an east portion and a west portion. So part of this road is new and it will turn into a toll road. So make sure you have your Texas tag or easy tag. I personally recommend a Texas tag. I have an easy tag, but I always have issues with the easy tag because sometimes they become disconnected and you're not able to pay the Texas tag correctly. Anyways, Texas tag is better in my opinion, but they both technically work. Look at that odd fog over there. I've never seen fog in one location before. It's really weird. So 249 takes you all the way to Tomball, so we are going to technically drive through Tomball. To the east of me is Cypress, and no, to the west of me is Cypress, to the east of me is Spring, and north is Tomball and Pinehurst, and northeast we would get up into Montgomery County, and right now we are in Harris County. So you're going to see some construction up here. I think today is going to be a really beautiful day. Right now it's 56 degrees, but it is going to get up into high 60s, I believe. We had 2 days of a freeze. It didn't affect anyone or anything, but it was definitely cold for a couple days. So if you are in this area, the best mall, in my opinion, is going to be up in the Woodlands. You do have Willowbrook Mall. There is a tiny bit of a safety factor when you go to Willowbrook. I do go there myself every once in a while, but I do try to avoid that. Just the Woodlands Mall is so much nicer and a little bit cleaner, but Willowbrook is not bad at all. It just doesn't have as many shops and places that you might want to shop. So this is Grand Parkway 99. This is where you're seeing all of this new construction. So they are creating on and off ramps from 249 to Grand Parkway 99, which will be really nice because right now you have to sit in the intersection and in the feeder. So this is a really cool sight to see. And then this Grand Parkway 99, so it already exists right here. This is just the entrance and exit. But Grand Parkway 99 is the most outer loop around Houston. So once you go farther in, you have Beltway 8, and that's a toll road, and so is 99. And then you have 610, that one is not a toll road. 610 and 290 I kind of have a love-hate relationship with, mostly hate. My whole life, I feel like, they have been under construction, and well, 290's been under construction, and 610 I don't like because I've gotten a speeding ticket on it before. So it's just a foggy, pretty kind of day. I don't think it's actually raining. I think that's just condensation coming up off of my windshield. Got a little Coca-Cola truck. So now we're crossing 2920. 2920 is also another road that takes you all the way from 249 to I-45. So really good commuter road as well. I've taken that one a lot in my life. It actually goes through downtown Tomball, and my grandfather, I believe, has gotten a ticket on that road. So to the right, I don't know if you saw it, but that is the business park, the business route for 249. So that's where 249 originally went, and it actually dead-ended a little bit before where we are right now. So we used to have to take the feeder here. I've seen this space for this highway pretty much my whole entire life. My grandparents lived out here before where we're at right now. My grandparents lived out here on some land and developed riding shotgun with me today. So I need to clean that monitor. So you can play games on there, and my kids definitely take advantage of that. So here we have another Target. You have Kroger, and you have like TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I think Ross is out here, so you have another hub for shopping. A really cool neighborhood north of where we are right now is called Wood Trace. So it's a really nice master plan community that's gated, and it has a spring-fed lake, so a real lake, which I think that's really exciting. So the client I am meeting is trying to reach out to me, so I am going to check in with y'all in a little bit. So we're actually coming up on the exit for Wood Trace, and check out down below. If I remember, I'm going to give you some Wood Trace videos, but you can also search the channel. As you get into Tomball and Pinehurst, you also have Magnolia up here. I believe it's on both sides of the highway, but I definitely know it's on the east side of the highway. It's probably on the west side as well. So as you can probably tell, this is a brand new highway. We're really excited to be able to enjoy this. This takes you, I believe, all the way to College Station, which is super exciting for commuters. This gives you a chance to live out in the Houston suburbs, but be able to work in College Station. And then children that go to school up there are able to commute back and forth really nicely and safely. So this has become a safer route. So 249, the way you were able to continue this direction, it turned into 149. So it does not take that route anymore, but we are going to exit 149 off of 249. It's kind of really pretty out here. And we're going to pass like a cement factory. But pine trees are going to be the trademark of this portion of Texas. So again, this is a toll road. I blindly pay tolls. I do not pay attention to my tolls. But I probably spend $5 to $10 every time I hit the road. I love taking the toll roads. Grand Parkway 99 is probably my favorite one. I have seen some increased traffic and congestion on Grand Parkway 99. I think that's from the influx of people moving here. Haven't had any major issues. I try not to get out during rush hour, but today I think we're able to avoid it today. Right now, this morning hour, as you can see, my commute is going to be really nice and easy, but we definitely might run into traffic. So you can kind of see a little bit of traffic on the left here, people waiting to turn left. I think we found some more people. So this would be a route you would take in Houston if you lived up here. It would be more of a very long commute, probably an hour. So Tomball is not necessarily a commuter suburb. If you need to commute into Houston, the three most popular, number one is going to be Sugar Land, number two is going to be Cypress, and number three is going to be Katy. Those are going to be the three most popular suburbs to commute into Houston from. The land out here is some of my favorite. There is a lot of land for sale out here in the Magnolia area. There is some land on the left that I see quite often, and it does have a flooding issue from what I can tell, but it's just a lower piece of the land, I think. But it's so beautiful out here. You have the sun rising. White picket fence. I don't think I have any desires to have land this close to town, but it definitely is pretty out here. I think if I have land, I want like 100 acres or something like that, which I don't think that's affordable in the city. So Friday Saturday is my son's 6th birthday, so I'm excited about that. He's my baby. I kissed the girls goodbye this morning, and sometimes I like to take a picture of them, but I did not take any pictures this morning, but I definitely gave them quick hugs and kisses. I've driven by this community before, probably last time we went to Walden and filmed for y'all, but this is Wildwood. But Lincoln's birthday is Friday, and he's growing up and getting so big, and Julia and Scarlett are about to turn 11 and 8. And on Saturday we have his birthday party, and I am borderline regrettably, but there's a falls at Wildwood, regrettably doing a party at a place called Urban Air, and I picked the one up in the Woodlands just because it's the nicest, but it's also rather expensive. There's Wildwood Estates. I don't know how anyone affords there. I kind of choked on the bill, and I still have to tip, so I think it'll be worth it. I invited friends for a handful of my kids, so it won't just be Lincoln's friends. I think everyone is going to have fun. So next to us was another entrance to Wildwood Estates. So this road, can't tell which road we're about to pass. The little marker is over it. It is 1488. So I did not realize how far 1488 comes out. So 1488 goes all the way to I-45. I've never had to take it before, but there it is. We're going to see some signage for a handful of new communities. This is not necessarily a new community, but you have High Meadow Estates out here. There was a sign for it on my right. And then look at all of those signs. So I can put a blog post, if I remember, for the brand new Magnolia neighborhoods down below. Mill Creek. Lots of signage for building on your own lot. So Magnolia is probably the best place to build a custom home, in my opinion. The schools aren't as good as other areas, making the land value a little more affordable. There are tons of private school options here in Magnolia as you go into the Woodlands. So you have a ton of private school options in Montgomery County, which is where we're at. I brought water with me, but it's water from yesterday, y'all, and it does not taste good, but then I have a smoothie to enjoy a little bit later. So there's Rolling Forest, Indigo Lakes, High Meadow Ranch. Those are a couple of my favorite neighborhoods out here. You have Blue Jack National as you go a little bit further north. I think it's very evident that we're getting closer to the lake, and so these communities are really popular choices if you want easy access to the lake, but maybe you want to live on some acreage. So really big, beautiful homes out here. But then you also have very conservative homes. So there's a modular home with a red barn, and these are some older, really established homes. And you cannot forget the cows. Plug for the cows. There's a railroad track on my right. My aunt just bought a house out here, remodeled it. It is to die for. You have to follow her on Instagram. I need like a pen and paper to write a list of things I should link down below, but definitely talking about Magnolia a lot here today. Magnolia Hills to the left. today I'm cheating a little bit. So I am showing the 3 houses on the top, and then Kaylee, my assistant, is going to show the 3 houses on the bottom. And originally we were supposed to even show a couple more houses today. We try to show 3 to 5, and then I always allow 6 in one day. I rarely show more than that, but it's just, there's a fire station. It gets a little heavy unless you're all in one neighborhood. So Sunday I showed, I scheduled like 6 or 7, but it ended up being 9, I think. So I showed 9 houses, but they are all really close to one another in the Woodlands. So that was a really, I wouldn't say easy day, but yeah, it was a long day. I'm not sick and I feel fabulous. I don't know why my throat is having so many issues. Oh, the train's gone. Awesome. Okay, so we are turning right here on another FM 149 route.
Now turn right to stay on farm to
So you can see signage for High Meadow Estates, Town Creek Crossing, Christian Collins for Congress. And a sign that says, "Is your roof sexy?" That's awesome. And then Fairwater is out here. I doubt I'll take the same way home. Oh yeah, I know I won't. So today, the reason why I say I'm cheating is because I have a hair appointment today. And I told my client, I was like, I had you on the calendar for the last 2 days. I have a hair appointment, but how early can you start? And so we started at 8 a.m. So I definitely woke up earlier and got ready earlier compared to normal. But I have this hair appointment that took me well over a month. I think I scheduled it for the 28th of December, and the lady had to move it to today. I think she had a funeral or something not fun going on, so she had to move it. And it's funny because I'm not high maintenance. I just like to be presentable, and so I have to go get my hair done. Gosh, it's so pretty. Check out the sunrise. Oh my goodness. Oh, I wish I could stop and take a picture. Y'all can enjoy that while I focus on driving. So if you're looking for beauty and a little bit extra land, West and North Montgomery County are going to be a great option for y'all. Northeast Montgomery County, it's not my favorite area, so you have cut and shoot out there, and it's just does not have really nice homes, and the schools aren't as great, so that's one reason why people tend to stay away from there if they have a stronger budget. And then Conroe is all North Montgomery County up to Willis. Traveling a lot lately. Anyone that follows me on Instagram, stalks me, or sees my feed knows that we love to travel during the holidays. So Thanksgiving, we went to Arkansas to see my dad. For right before Christmas, we went to New Mexico because I've been promising the kids I would take them skiing for 2 years. So we did that scene, and we quickly found out we are not a skiing family, so we will probably be doing the beach or something similar in the future for Thanksgiving and Christmas, or just Christmas, I guess. And then so we always spend, not always, but we spend Christmas, well, I guess we always have spent Christmas at home. We like to travel around the holidays. Thanksgiving, we like to travel for sure. But after Christmas, we have, so for New Year's, we've done fun places. We have done Las Vegas before. I like going to shows, and I like shopping, and I love the restaurants, so Las Vegas is a good option for us. We don't gamble, or we barely gamble. Every once in a while we never gamble, like on our visit, but we were going to do Las Vegas, and we just decided against it. My husband was really, really sweet, and he was like, I want you to be happy, I want you to pick where fell in love with Arkansas, you'll have to look at my Instagram for some of the pictures. It does not look like I'm a real estate agent on Instagram because I love taking pictures of beautiful places. So this on the right is an RV resort. There is a RV resort. It's a very nice one from what I can tell and what I've heard. We have open roads. On the left was like a wedding venue place, not a fancy one, but a wedding venue place. Ooh, that's pretty. Cemetery. So I definitely would say we're coming up the back way into Lake Conroe, so you can see the lake off to the right. Some country music playing, even though we're not listening to it. So on the left we have Stone Creek, so that community has larger than normal lots and a small HOA fee. So we're actually going to enter into downtown Montgomery. Y'all, if you've seen it, but on the channel, there is a video. I would love to have some land like that. There is a video of downtown Montgomery. So I drive around downtown while Kaylee drives us. That was a fun one. Some school zone. So we are officially in the Montgomery city limits. There is school up here, but there actually was no school back there. So the growth in Montgomery has exploded in the last 10 years. And we now have a ton of grocery stores up here, but the original grocery store that has my heart is the Brookshire Brothers on the right, and they have gas station, and then we have downtown Montgomery in front of us. So this is actually 105, and you can see the pretty shape of the lake. So we have 45 minutes left to go, and we somehow shaved 5 minutes off, which is awesome because I hate to be late.
Now turn right onto Eva Street.
So I've driven all the way down this street before for a video. I think I forgot sunglasses today. I'm gonna have to look for them, but this is 105. There's part of downtown Montgomery. Montgomery has a really nice downtown. Tomball has a really nice downtown, and Conroe as well. So those are my 3 favorite downtowns up here. And then Katie also, oh my goodness, I've never seen the road like this before, but Katie has a really good downtown as well. So those are probably the 4 best downtowns up here. I was doing a video last night, and it's funny to know that Cypress, my stepdaughter works for Montgomery County, Cypress has no downtown. I just think that's insane. So we are finding, we're not really in it, but we're finding tons of more traffic. The sun is intense. On the left, you have the brand new Kroger. We just passed Starbucks and Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, and Hot Works. But isn't that like the nicest Kroger you've ever seen? I think they were really intelligent building that out here. So sometimes it has me take this Lone Star Parkway. I've started a video here before. It might be an Instagram video, but I've started a video here before because of this bank. It's a Spirit of Texas Texas Bank. It's really cool. Like all of the flags out in the front. It says Montgomery, the birthplace of the Texas flag. Here's a new CVS out here. If I worked for CVS, I'd probably want to work there. It's very nice. So the cool thing about 105 is there are a whole bunch of restaurants right here. And then we're going to go all the way into Walden. So it's like this little peninsula thing. But let's see. That Pet Supply Plus is a good one. Wendy's, an orthodontist, Batteries Plus, AT&T, Christian Brothers, that's a really good automotive place, servicing place, Bubble King Car Wash. I remember when they were building that because they had to build the land up. Pizza Shack, F45, it's a brand new shopping center. Magnolia Diner is popular. If you don't eat meat though, there are not very many options for you to eat there, so we have never eaten there, but it does look good. It's a big sombrero, and there's Ace Hardware in here. The older shopping center with a handful of items. Coming up on Whataburger. In front of us, and this is going to be our turn. This is Walden Road, and this is the only road that takes you all the way into Walden. We're passing a Walgreens, Exxon.
Now turn left onto Walden Road.
Another auto care facility, Chase, Walmart. You can tell it's like tons of people are running for office. I'd say it's election season, but I don't think it is. It's January right now. I guess it was. So there's a Walmart in the corner over there. That used to be a real estate office, but they moved. They're trying to sell that land. So if you keep going on 105, you end up at I-45. So there's a Target at this intersection, and if you come down, you have Grand Central Park down here, which is one of my favorite neighborhoods. It's on the old Boy Scout camp. And then downtown Conroe is just across. So there's downtown Conroe. There's a Dollar Tree up here. There is a restaurant. I once tried to order, but they were closed. So the Amore Bistro. There's a daycare over here. A pharmacy. Used to be more high-end homes, but they struggled to get this neighborhood up and going, just like this one on the right's for sale. But yeah, I would be upset if I were the first people to buy in there, because it was a very nice neighborhood, and now it's not quite as nice. So to the right you missed it, but to the right was the lake. We'll see the lake here in a second. The sun is so bright though. So Conroe city limits, population 83,000. Avoid the Arc Bend. So there are going to be some gas stations running throughout Walden. And I think a dry cleaner up here, if I'm not mistaken. Del Lago Estates is on the right. That is gated, and then we will have Del Lago again in Walden. So in Walden you have a resort. It is Margaritaville. I'm going to show you the water to the right. I wish they could clean clean up some of these trees. You can see it better. I feel like when you go the other direction, you can see the lake a lot better. There it is. It's not so pretty right now because the trees are bare, but beautiful sunrise. So, see a sign for Harbor Shores Waterfront Apartments. And then we have Grand Harbor on the left. I really like Grand Harbor. It's gated. A client that's debating a house in there right now. So there's the gated entrance of Grand Harbor. And then I think we have the golf course hidden over here on the right. So we have country club and golf course and marina. That land is beautiful, goodness. I hope to have a barn like this on the land we just purchased. So we're building an office on Spring Cypress and we're going to build the commons, and I hope to have a barn like that. So Margaritaville is on the right. I don't know if I've driven around Margaritaville on camera before. And then Del Lago Plaza. The golf course. So now we are coming into Walden. Speed limit's a little bit slower in here. So they finished the pavers on the road and they redid the road. It's really nice. It's a business center and more of the golf course. So in Walden, you're going to find every single style of home, from a condominium to a townhome to a starter home to your everyday single family residence. And then you have multi-million-dollar homes. So Walden has everything, in my opinion, and obviously it's going to have waterfront options as well. So more of the golf course, so you can have a golf course view home, or you can have a waterfront home. The brightest ever. Like the sun is bigger than normal. Hitting range. So there is the golf club on the right. Golf course again. They do a really good job with the fountains, the maintenance, the upkeep. The grass is really nice. I've shown a lot of homes on the golf course. They're definitely beautiful views, but I am more of a waterfront home person. For a long time, we were looking in here. This is probably one of our favorite neighborhoods. We ended up buying the commercial land instead of a second home. I think Airbnbs are a really good investment. I'm telling you, there are lots of gas stations in this neighborhood. And there's a coffee shop, boutique, a salon. There's even Tanny Salon. So I'm not 100% sure if school's in session, but it looks like it. So I'm going to have to skip this part of Walden. So we had to skip the elementary school, the fire station, and what was the last thing? A church. So those are the items we missed. So I'm showing a house on Ramblewood Court, and then we're showing a house on Nashland and Fallen Willow Court.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Hemingway Drive.
I'm realizing my client's favorite house went under contract. She is happy it was on this
right
road.
onto Hemingway Drive. Now turn left onto Brightwood Drive. Now turn right onto Fitzgerald Drive.
I feel like some point in my career I will have gone in almost every house. Like, it's interesting to drive by a house and think, oh, I've been there before. I remember that house. So, very different home styles in this
500
neighborhood.
feet, turn left onto Canterbury Lane.
I believe there are still some lots left, but not very many.
Now turn right onto Ramblewood Road.
That was a 55-minute drive, not too shabby. Thanks for coming with me. I am going to try to vlog the rest of the day, but that doesn't always happen.
Now turn left onto Randlewood Court.
So I thought I would plug my outfit real quick. I just got this jacket from Rakuu, and it is so stinking cute. My hair is crazy, but I wanted to say hi. Again, remember, I'm getting it done today. Holy cow. I did just brush it before I got out of the car, but it does not look like it. So I wanted to say hi to y'all. This is my brand new necklace that Kaylee got me. So this is a brand new picture of all of us. I look a little bloated in that picture. Holy cow. But there's me, my husband, Edward, and Kaylee, my assistant. So we're going to check out this house. Good morning. I never show my face on here, but I thought I would say hi today and show you my really cute brand new J. Crew blazer that I just got. I'm showing houses today in Walden, and then I'm getting my hair done, and this is just the house here. These are all the houses. I don't know why I can't show this to you. These are all the houses we're showing today, and yeah. So this house, let's see how much it is. $337. We are early, so I was going to show you this remodeled kitchen. Look how big this island is. And the backyard looks really nice. Well, technically I'm not early, but my clients aren't here yet. It's a pretty big backyard, brand new fence. I like the patio, or the screened-in porch, I mean. Oh man, that sun's bright. There we go. So this home ended up being 1 bedroom too small, but it was brand new on the market and remodeled. So I'm so happy we got to see it. So I'm going to insert some MLS pictures for y'all. And I did technically do some Instagram. So I'm gonna insert those as well. But love the cul-de-sac. So they are absolutely in
Now
love
turn
with
left
Walden.
onto Canterbury
You can see the
Lane.
water right there. I didn't notice that earlier. So I've looked at a lot of houses on that road straight in front of us. They used to be really affordable in the 3s and 4s. I have a client, or had a client, that was looking at houses, and they just thought they were so overpriced. And it's so funny because if they would have bought one, they would be sitting on $200,000 equity in the last 2 years. So super funny. Waterfront homes probably have had the most increase in value when it comes to equity.
In 500
In
feet,
Houston.
turn left onto Brightwood Drive. Now turn left onto Brightwood Drive. Now turn right onto
So the house we're looking
Now
story.
turn right onto Walden Road.
It's like 26 or 2,700 square feet. The last one was 23 to 24.
Now your destination is on the left.
Super cute. So I've been on back-to-back phone calls for the last 2 hours and have driven all the way to the Woodlands. So I'm right now in a hair salon about to get my hair done. So isn't this so cute? They have all these stickers. So I think I'm gonna get this one and put it on my water bottle. Put it there. And then I have a shirt to change into. And smoothie for lunch. So I'm just sitting here waiting.
Yeah, I went twice, and that was it. I'm done. Her daughter stayed in the States, yeah.
So I'm in the Woodlands by Torchy's Tacos on Gosling and Research Forest, and I just went to that Shag Spa and Salons, and I saw Celine. She is my new favorite hairstylist. So she does color and extensions, and she is amazing. So if you need color extensions, that is where I would go. Her prices are amazing. So I had a really good time in there with her, relaxing and getting my hair fixed for much more of an affordable price than last time. So, and then this place, Honey and Ham, supposedly has the best burger. So if you are looking for a really yummy burger, go to Honey and Ham. It's a deli. So I have not eaten. I'm going to drink my smoothie and head back to the house and get some work done and make some phone calls, that kind of thing. So I lied. I'm going to this Rakuu sushi bar to get my favorite spring rolls. They make like regular spring rolls, but then I just add mango to them. So they're super yummy. So it's bright as heck out, but I got the goods and I'm not sharing with you. So while it's bright out, it's absolutely beautiful out. This is amazing weather. So this isn't a pretty area of town, but this is where you're gonna come for really good food, sadly. So I'm going to sit in my car and eat my yummy food, and I'm going to go to Sprouts. I'm going to show you our Sprouts here in spring. I absolutely love Sprouts. So there's Rakuu. This place looks cool for breakfast and lunch. Waterfalls Cafe. And I think there's Indian food over here on the left that's really good. But there it is right there. So they have a buffet. It's pretty good. Holy cow, I'm so excited. So it doesn't look like I got a ton of mango, but I did pay $2 extra per roll for shrimp. So I am so insanely excited about this. So if you've never been to this restaurant, it's pretty darn good. I really like the yellow curry, and I'm going to show you what I like to order. I love their spring rolls. I add mango, and today I added extra shrimp. These are to die for. I can get them with seafood in them, like different types of seafood, crab or salmon, but these ones are really simple and really yummy. And if I was being bad, I would add fried onions to them. I love spring rolls with fried onions, but these are going to be delish. I might have ordered 4. So we're on 2920. The road up ahead is called Kirkendall. This is a pretty big and main intersection. There's a Panda Express, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and Starbucks right here, and then a Lowe's. So the Sprouts is over here. So all that talk about grilled cheese sandwiches has made me want grilled cheese sandwiches for dinner. So I'm gonna try to find some bread. I want this. Oh, you know what? That one has way more stuff on it. Everything's sourdough. Do this one. Like a half loaf for the kids. Cheese. This is Sprouts. It's huge. Love these raviolis I have here. That makes me so. For pasta sauce. That looks good. That's smoked black pepper cheese. Oh, there's a fresh bread. Out a cake for Lincoln's birthday, one that just he eats, and then I'll do cupcakes for everyone else. This one's like super fancy. That is a good option. Oh my gosh, look how amazing those pizzas look. Plant-based. So much food. Boris has cheeses a lot. Different soups. This one. Is it good? See, I could do that one. If I hadn't eaten already, I would totally buy that. Olives look good. Seafood. I just texted my dad that he needs to teach me how to make his shrimp po' boy that he served in his restaurant. Do some sliced tomatoes. so bad. I wish plums were in season. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? Is the soup in this aisle? No, right? Yeah. Hi. I'm just gonna grab some really easy soup for the kids. See Annie's, you know what? I'm gonna let them have this. And then we probably have other soups at home. So many different options here. I love buying spices from here. Let me show you. One of my favorite places to buy spices. I do like Pinsies, but I like that you can get as much as you want. Really good for holiday shopping. And I'll show you the candy aisle. Well, not the candy aisle, but like the bulk section. So there's a whole bunch of candy on the other side. Might cure my sweet tooth. I think I've been doing no sugar for the month of January, so I think I'm gonna get some apricots. Which I probably cannot do with one hand, so I'll do that. And I think I'm gonna get a little bit of this. It probably has a little bit of sugar in it, but definitely not the same as eating dessert, right? Okay, I'm done. I have a very, very small amount. So I am done. And that was Sprouts. So here is everything I got. It's very heavy. So I had to go to Sprouts to get some bread, and I got some dried apricots because I am doing no dessert in January and I'm dying right now. These apricots are super delicious and super fresh. They're hitting the spot for sure. I'm gonna eat the oats maybe later. I want chocolate so bad, but I'm 100% not doing chocolate right now. So we're at Kirkendall. This neighborhood's nice. It's called Springbrook, I think, but Windrose is at that intersection. That's probably one of my favorites over here. Probably my only favorite over here. This car wash is really cool. They decorate for Christmas, so.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Pine
And then
Lakes
there's a
Boulevard.
chiropractor or something in here. Whatever is in here.
Now
Was it
turn
at the
right
end?
onto Pine
I
Lakes
don't remember.
Boulevard.
There's a place in there that my dad would do all the catering for them. But here we are turning into Windrose. I really like Windrose. There's quite often a police car sitting in the middle of the road though. But there's a cute little park over there. And then you have the golf course. It's like one of the #1 spots that I definitely recommend not speeding. Their little clubhouse is adorable. So many people out playing golf. Mostly men, but I do see a couple women. I like how this area is really established, beautiful trees, but the homes aren't old. This section this one, but the next one we passed by has really good Christmas lights during Christmas. No, actually it is that one. That's the promenade. Ooh, people walking dogs. A lot of activity for January. See, that's where the police officer is always sitting, and I am perfectly going the speed limit. Lots and lots of people. So I have about 11 minutes left until I get home, and I will have probably about 40 minutes, and then I'll go get the kids from school, and I think I'll let you say hi to them. So you might stop in the driveway and talk about my day, but you will definitely see me and the kids in a second. So this neighborhood right here is called Vistas at Klein Lake, and it has two portions, a gated portion and then a portion that has lower price points, but I think you're in 400s. Well, I think they finished that side, so if that side's finished, then this is the side that's left and you're in the 600s. So there are nature trails, a real lake, parks, playground, and then the walking trails are really cool because you connect, I think, Klein Lake, which has public access, but it's not like a park on a map. It's just throughout the community. So I don't know if the people they bought the land from allowed that to happen, but these are Klein ISD schools. Same as Windrose. But this street reminds me of Champion Forest a little bit, just with how pretty it is. So I haven't shown y'all my hair, but it pretty much looks the same. But she straightened it, or blow dried it. So I like this lighting, it's pretty. So we are turning back into Memorial Northwest. Roseville. And they are doing some mitigation here along the Tyson Gully, which is ironic, and I don't know why they're doing it, because there was no flooding, no issues at all back here, so I have no idea why they're doing it, but they are. I think somebody's, what do you call it, pockets are being padded. So I have a bet with y'all. I bet $5. I probably shouldn't say that because I bet you a pretend $5 bill that there is someone at 2:30 in the car pickup line. We have some interesting folks that get into the car pickup line very, very early. So let's see. So this is Ticewood. Our house used to be the second one on the left back there, but now we rent it out. Really pretty trees. My favorite tree is this one, and I don't go this way. Is it this one? I have a favorite tree. I feel like it was that one. But there, I have this tree that I love, and I don't know where it is. But it's so pretty during the fall. That one definitely was not pretty. But maybe this year I missed it. The leaves are like the prettiest leaves I've ever seen. They're like orange. So it probably wasn't that one. Okay, so we're coming up to Tice Mill Route Road. This is where the crossing guard is at 3 o'clock. So the school zone is off, so we can document this. So every once in a while, there's someone already out in the street, which I think is silly, but so the cones are out. Let's see, there are like 4 people in the car pickup line right now. So there's 2 car pickup lines. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people in that car pickup line, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6. So there are 12 people like sleeping, I understand. We're home. What do you mean? Yeah, I got you. So pretty. You look so silly. It's like zoomed out. And my luck, Jackie's gonna come pee on it. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Just looking at this brand new sign.
Can I step on it?
No.
Can I uppies?
You can sit on my leg. Jagger. Jagger, Jagger. Hi. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Puppy love. Kaboom. Oh man, we're being tracked.
Puppy love. Puppy love.
Help.
I get the kisses.
You get the kisses.
I get the kisses. Then we had the kisses, Jagger.
So I never ended my video yesterday, so I wanted to say hi. I love y'all. Thank you for watching this video. Thumbs up or subscribe if you want me to make more vlogs, and I hope y'all all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to check out these videos that are about to pop up, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.